Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you on fire, dude? Uh-oh. What is going on? His butt's burning. His butt is burning! It's on fire. Hurry! Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC, and welcome back to some more ARK Survival Evolved here on the Pooping Evolved server. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day today, dudes! If you missed it, last Saturday, I streamed for about like 4 or 5 hours, just about, man, and we got a ton of stuff done. So I gotta fill you in on what's going on here, and then we're gonna talk about some future plans, and we'll get started with today's episode, but it should be a pretty good one. So if you're not following me over on Twitch, go do that right now. I'm going to try to stream over there a lot more often, and I've got some upcoming events over there that I want to talk about and share probably in an upcoming video. I'll probably make that a standalone like vloggy type thing, but we'll see what's going on. So twitch.tv/thatdudechaos. There's a link down in the description below along with everything else, my Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. So go follow me on all those media links, and should be a good time. But yeah, so let's get into this, man. We tamed some dinos on stream. Now, I talked a little bit before in last episode about how taming in this game is not really that fun for me. Like, I like collecting all the dinos, and the idea of collecting every one of them is pretty cool. But for early game stuff right now, I really don't need that many dinos. The only ones that we really need are the ones for collecting, right? The ones for building. So we got this dude. This I actually need to talk about. This is my second Ankylo. So we tamed one on stream. It was about the same level. I think it was a little bit higher, but I ended up glitching that one out, and I've got a video clip. If I remember to put it in, you guys will see what's going on there. It got stuck in a tree or something on the side of the hill on the back side of the mountain, and then it just took off. I don't know where it went. It flew to its home planet or something, but it's gone. And so luckily I found another, I think this was a level 50 something, and we tamed it out again, and we got this guy here. So this guy is super handy because we do have some metal nodes on top of the mountain. You can see one right over there in the middle of the screen, and it's used for collecting metal, and this guy is awesome. So I've been just kind of harvesting those metal nodes whenever I can, and check this out. So what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we got like over 1,000 metal right now, which is awesome. And since we're such early game, it's not gonna, we're gonna have that for a long time. So I'll just probably be collecting the metal as we go and just kind of stockpiling it for later on when we want to make like the industrial forge and the smeltery and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, so this guy is coming super handy. None of these dudes have names, so if you've got suggestions, leave them in a comment down below. I'm gonna try to come up with some names as well, but if you guys leave a good one, tell me what dino and we'll see what we can do. So we got this guy, and then we've got our mammoth. So this mammoth was left over from the Winter Wonderland update, and he was stuck on the backside of the mountain. He wasn't really stuck, but he just didn't go away. And so we kind of took advantage of that. So instead of having to fly all the way over to the snow zone and get one back, kind of like we did with Menace in last season, I just decided to take advantage of this guy here. So let me show you what we did over here on the side of the mountain. I left our pin set up, and hopefully we can maybe make some use of it again later on. But yeah, so you can kind of see what we did. We just made like a big pin for it. We aggroed it, let it come up the ramp and fall into the pin, and then we just stood up here on the side of the hill and knocked it out and tamed it out. So really, really handy little setup that we got going on here. And you can see we got some mortal and pestle and that sort of thing. But there are so many dinos here. Oh man, it was a lot of fun. We had a couple of mishaps that were pretty fun, and you can actually go check out that whole stream over on my Twitch page. I will archive it, so you can go back and watch it and kind of check it out if you want to, see us tame up these dinos. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast streaming, and that was the first long stream that I've done in quite a while, and I gotta say it was a lot of fun. So let's see what else we got. We've got our trike. You guys have seen that. We also tamed this guy up like right at the end of the stream. We were over there looking for a megaloceros or something. I forget what we were doing, but found this guy over there. I figured we'd snag him up before he disappeared or something ate him. And yeah, so when it gets cold, we got this guy to kind of keep us warm and stuff like that. Pretty handy. And then up here, I actually did these off stream. I found this dude super low level. I think he was like level 8 or something. I was just like, all right, let's see what happens. I shot him once, he passed out, and then took maybe like 15 minutes to tame him up. So not terrible. We got this guy here. Let's see. Let's bump stamina in this dude because this is going to be my backup for a little while. So if I die somewhere on that one, then I have another one to get to where I need to go. So, and then I used this guy to fly around, and then I found this guy. He was like a level 50 something, and I was like, okay, let's just try it and see what happens. And he knocked out pretty quick as well. And it took a little bit longer to tame this guy up because I don't have any primes or didn't really have a way of getting any prime meat. But we got this guy all tamed up, so this is kind of our main flyer for right now. Again, no names for any of these dudes, but super, super handy. He's actually really quick. His stamina really isn't that bad. He's got 770 health, 720 stamina, which I've been pumping quite a bit, and then his weight is 184, so not a whole lot in weight. We're definitely going to start pumping that, I think, once I get his stamina over 1,000. So that's kind of the plan. And then his melee damage really isn't that bad. I've been using him to collect meat, so he actually does pretty well. Let's go over here. Let's go see what's going on. But I've been using this guy to fly around and pick up some of the closer drops. I think that's like the closest drop around this whole area. So I know Brink, my buddy Brink the Gamer, was asking about the drops in this spot. And there's no drops on that island at all, at least that I've seen. Nothing's dropped. And like I said, I think that one right here, this is the closest drop in the vicinity. So I've been having to fly all the way over here and kind of scour these woods a little bit for supply drops, and I've gotten some good stuff, but no real high level drops or anything like that, which is kind of annoying. And but I guess it's really not that big a deal. But let's check our stats here. So we reached level 40 on stream, and that allowed us to craft up the mammoth saddle. And I've done a bit of crafting and stuff like that, so I'm level 47 right now. But now we're getting into the real struggle, man, the real grind. It takes a long time to level up right here. So just between now and yesterday, I think I've gone up, I don't know, not even a whole level, not even a quarter of a level really. So it's kind of intense, but you know, what can you do? So hopefully by doing some more crafting, and then once we get an actual carno or carnivore, excuse me, carno's its own thing, we can actually start leveling up. So I'm really excited about getting an RG, and then we can actually go hunt down some primes and alphas and stuff like that. So it should be pretty cool. But let's gain out some stamina back on this dude, and then we'll head back over to base and let's talk about what's going on. I guess I should probably just brush over it really quick, but we made up some tools, man. I've got all my metal stuff here. Nothing very special. It's all just primitive stuff that we can craft, and I've already worn most of them down, but this is our first set of tools here. So hopefully these will last us a while and we can repair them up as we go, but I'm hoping we can find some like ramshackle stuff like that. Oh, I guess that kind of leads me to the next thing I wanted to share. I just mentioned all the drops and stuff that I've been collecting. I did find a couple of good things in some drops. So I've been putting all the drops in, any structures that I get from drops I've been putting in here in our structures chest. So like all this thatch stuff, I think I got one set of wooden stuff, no big deal. And then some like storage chest and a paintbrush and all this other kind of good stuff. So, you know, things, just random things. But in here I've got quite a bit of blueprints, and I got a ramshackle shotgun. So I think that's probably the best thing that we've got so far. We haven't really gotten any blueprints for any good saddles or anything like that. We did get a set of hide armor, which we should probably start wearing because I've just been rocking the cloth stuff for now. But I kind of like the way the cloth stuff works. At least over here, it's kind of a moderate temperature, and so we don't overheat, we don't freeze very often. So the cloth stuff does pretty well, but I remember having some problems with the hide stuff, and as it gets really, really hot. So I've kind of been holding off on wearing that, but we may take this and just like use it kind of as like backup or something. So I don't know, kind of a cool thing. But we got a stego saddle and just a bunch of, like I said, just random stuff. We got a parasaur saddle, a thatched door frame blueprint, sweet. Cooking pot blueprint, sweet. Not a whole lot going on, but yeah, so I haven't done too much in here either. I've added some preserving bins. I've got some meat jerky cooking up, and it looks like I just used up the last little bit of my oil here, so we'll probably need to be on the lookout for some more oil to get some more jerky going on so it doesn't spoil quite as fast. And I got a few eggs, nothing major. But yeah, so let's go ahead and throw this rotten meat in here and just let it kind of chill for a little bit. But yeah, so today what I want to do is I want to do some building. I want to build a pier. So someplace it's kind of easy for us to bring our dinos out and load them up on this guy. And I'm hoping we can do this. It'll be kind of interesting to see. Let's see, what do I have in here? Nothing. Oh, I saw too in Z's latest video, or I guess is one of his latest videos, is you can hide the sail. How cool is that, man? I didn't know you could do that. That makes this thing so much better. Like, especially when you're cruising around, you can actually see what's going on, and you don't have to go into K mode like I was doing last episode. So that is a super handy tip. And if you didn't know, all you got to do is just hold down, well, for me it's my middle mouse button, but whatever your activate key is, and bring up this little radial menu, and it's just hide sail or unhide sail. Super, super handy. But yeah, so I think my idea with the pier is I want just kind of a long, well, like a pier. If you know what a pier is, it's a little bit different than a dock. It's kind of the same thing, but a pier is just kind of like one long strut going out into the water here. But a dock would be kind of like a place where you could park your boats and do kind of different things like that. But it'd be kind of useless for these rafts since we can't actually go in reverse. Like, I'm holding back the backwards key and it doesn't go anywhere, so we actually have to turn this thing around, and it would be kind of useless to do that into a dock. Like, if we had to park it someplace, it'd be easier just to pull up next to something, and then instead of having to like pull into a parking space, because this thing doesn't control very well, and I think it would be kind of difficult. So I think a pier is going to be the better thing to do, and then we can have some extra storage on there, and it'll just be enough room for us to basically walk our mammoth out, since we're going to be using him probably over there to collect wood and stuff, since we don't really have a whole lot of trees around here. The dude collects quite a bit of wood. Let's go over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So he's level, what, 88? And his attack damage is almost 200, so he actually collects quite a bit, and his health and stamina are awesome. His weight is really good, and I don't know, it's not too bad, but oh, come on, man. Get this guy out of here. Run, dude. Run! He's got a lot of stamina, and it lasts forever, so we can just kind of trot around the island no problem. But yeah, so let's take a look at his inventory. He has nothing in him, but if we start collecting all of this wood right here, and this is just like the stuff that gives you very little wood. I mean, check it out. That's almost 300 wood right there. Super, super quick. If we come over here and start harvesting all this stuff, we get a ton of berries, which is really handy at this time. And then we get a ton of wood and thatch, which is awesome. So this is going to be our main wood collector. Oh, level up. All right, let's pump weight on this guy for right now. But yeah, so I think it's going to be more useful, more beneficial for us to transport the dude from here to over there in the woods, where we can actually just go and harvest up a whole bunch of stuff and just kind of transport it back and forth until we get like some sort of Quetzal or RG. So that's the plan anyway. So I think it's going to be super helpful to build up a pier. There's some places it's going to be a little bit easier for us to load this guy in and off of this raft, or on and off of this raft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft up a few materials, and then I think we're going to start building. So hopefully this water is pretty clear. I know we do have quite a few sharks hanging around in this area, but it looks like we're good for today. So let me get this done and we'll be right back. Alright, so let's think about where we want to set this up. I'm thinking probably right here where this torch is. We'll just go straight out this way. That way we can onload and offload on both sides, and there's still enough room here. So it actually drops off pretty deep. I know, like over here, it would be really cool to build some sort of pier over here, and we could do it. It's not really that big of a deal. But I think eventually I would like to turn this into some sort of water pin. So we'll be connecting the two peninsulas from that side to that side, and then having some sort of dino gate and stuff in the middle there. That way we can get some water dinos and stuff. I really want to do some water dinos this season, since we didn't really get to explore that too much last season. I know we did the ichthyosaur pretty late on, but I think this time around, we're going to do things a little bit differently. So it would be kind of fun to explore some of the ocean caves and stuff like that. Oh, we're super heavy. Okay, dude, you can just chill somewhere. There you go. Nice. But yeah, so let's see how we want to do this. I've got some wooden pillars here, and I've got some thatch roofs, since we're going to come back in later and attach the wooden roofs. But let's see where we can put this guy. So I kind of want it to be as close to the water as possible, or maybe just up a little bit above the water. We put that there. How's that going to look? So if we put... Yeah, that's not bad. It is a little crooked, isn't it? It's not terrible, but it is a little crooked. I think we'll leave it. I could lose my mind over stuff like that, so we're just going to chill. Let's take this guy and let's go ahead and demolish this torch, since it's kind of in the way. I guess one thing that we should make real quick, let's go see if I actually have one. We need a wooden ramp to get up and down this dude. So do we have one? I don't think we do. So let's see. Got plenty of wood in here. Let's take this. Craftables, wooden ramp. Let's go ahead and craft up 2 of these guys, and I think that should be good. So we'll throw this stuff back in there once it's done crafting, and we'll see if we can connect this guy up. So, okay, we got him. Let's throw these back in there. We don't need all this weight on us right now. Let's see. Uh-oh, the fog is rolling in, man. We had a blast on stream, man. I cannot express enough how much fun it was, especially for me. It's extruded. We can put it on that side. We can't do it here, though. What if we just did another roof? Hey, that works. That's actually pretty perfect. That is pretty perfect. Okay. So now we should be able to build out 2 here. And then we'll have to put another support underneath this. Am I going to be able to see anything underwater? Oh my goodness. That doesn't really work, does it? Let's do this. See if we can run it all the way down. Hopefully we don't drown. I may need to craft some more of these pillars, man. There's not a whole bunch there. Okay, let's see if that counts. If it's touching enough, and we can actually build out a little bit more. Ooh, super jump. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to come back and adjust later on. This right here. So we're actually going to be adding some wooden ceilings and stuff on here on top of this pillar, so we don't get this little bump up through like show thing here. Okay, so that did actually work. And let's see. We probably want to go out like 2 more. And I think I want to make it 3 wide. That way we have enough to do like some sort of storage and stuff on here. We could have just like kind of a line of the large storage boxes. But yeah, so we can give this a go real quick. Here's kind of the idea that I have. So when we come in, we're basically going to be off doing our thing, and then we'll come back on a raft. And then we can pull in on either side of this pier here. You can see how hard this is to control. I don't like how it's just kind of is drifty, man. I don't like it. But yeah, so if it's 3 wide, then we can kind of just bump up next to it like this, and it's going to allow for this guy to be kind of sunk into the middle of it, and then we can actually get on and off really, really easy. I know we can do the same thing on the shoreline here, but I mean, come on. We gotta have some fun with it, right? So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on crafting this stuff up just a little bit and building it out. And we'll come back in just a little bit. Alright, so let's go take a look at this. I think this is actually going to be pretty cool, man. 3 wide, I think, is a good number. We can maybe do 2. 2 would be okay as well. And, I don't know, maybe we should do 2. 3 wide is a little big, isn't it? So here's the other problem that I was having, is I actually wanted this to be on the outside and have another 3rd one here. But for whatever reason, it's obstructed right here. It's not on the other side, and it wasn't here, but it's obstructed here, which was kind of annoying, but not really that big of a deal. Or maybe it was because it was too far away from the foundation thing. I'm not 100% sure. But if we do 2, then we could actually throw in the rest of the stone pillars or the wooden pillars underneath, because the problem that I was having is kind of more an OCD thing. Because I didn't want to have just like one stack of pillars in the middle. I would rather have like pillars on the outside. So if we do 2, then we could actually get that done and it would be okay. But I didn't want to spend the time doing 3, having to remove all of those and rebuild all those pillars out that way. So I think this is doable. So if we come out here, and I want to start on top of this pillar right here. And let's pull out our crossbow so we have a crosshair. We can see where we're pointing. If you didn't know, you could do that. It makes it a little bit easier for building, because you can actually see like where you need to be or see where you're pointing. So like if we're doing this, it takes away the crosshair, so I can't really see what I need to look at or where I was looking at that I was getting that to pop up. But if I pull out the crossbow, then I get that crosshair and I can see what I'm placing. So let's put this guy there. Whoops, no, let's keep that out. And then we're gonna snap everything else to that wooden ceiling. What is going on? There it is. No! Okay, that's not what I wanted to have happen. We want it there. And we want it there. So that may be kind of weird now. If we get rid of the thatch one, let's see, thatch ceiling, demolish. Oh, we just lost a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, we can still get up that. But we do have kind of a bump now. That is annoying. Let's see, can we put that ramp down now that it's up a little bit higher? Hopefully we can. If we can't, I guess it's really not that big of a deal. But I hope they fix some of this stuff in the later versions of ARK. Oh, we can do it. Oh man, that makes everything look so much better. I like it. Okay, cool. So let's take our wooden ceilings here and we're going to continue all the way out like so. And we should be good. Yeah, everything's facing the right way. Perfect. And now we should be able to place on the side of this, but what I want to do first is we're going to come up underneath. And I really hope that I'm getting rid of the right ones, yeah. So thatch ones I can tell because it says thatch, but I want to make sure I get rid of these because I don't want to place down the other wooden ones next to these and have them snap at this level. So, demolish. Demolish. Oh, swimming is so terrible. No. Demolish. Okay, did that get rid of everything? I think it did. And we should probably... Let's do... Oh, no, dang it. I should have done that before. We'll have to come back and add something else. Oh, we're drowning. Oh, we're drowning. That scared me. Hey, what the heck? What happened here? Okay, place for me. What? You guys just saw that, right? Excuse me? Hello? I need a refund. Can we make another ramp? Let's do this. Let's see if we can snap a ramp to this one. Since it's a little bit further out. No. What the heck, man? It's so glitchy. So glitchy. Am I gonna have to rebuild this whole thing? Because this ain't gonna fly. I can't do that there. I don't understand. Okay, so this one's not touching. That's the problem. So we have to put that there. And then we could probably do a ramp now. No, it's still obstructed. So we'd have to do one more. If I put... What is this other snap point that's going on right here? It snaps there. There was another green snap point right there. So if I do that, where's my button? There it is. No, it still didn't work. This is weird, man. Alright, I'm going to work on placing out some of this stuff here. See if I can get rid of this pillar and make things look a little bit nicer. I may actually have to tear this whole thing down because I do not want this. Right here, this has to go away. So, I'm going to see what happens and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, let's try this again. We may have some problems right here because I didn't attach a pillar to the new roofs that I just laid down. I had to rip out all that wooden stuff just to get these pillars to place, man. Super annoying and frustrating, but I think we should be okay. So if we start adding these wooden ceilings, there we go. We start putting these here. Those pillars should still act as foundations for these things to snap to, hopefully. But we got to be very careful because I don't want to replace anything or have to like tear anything down. Okay. There we go, and that should work. I'm hoping that these ramps will still work right here. Oh, it doesn't. Balls, man. Balls. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get this all placed up first. And then we'll come back and add some, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Oh, the building in this game is so clunky. I really hope that they finish like polishing this up soon. especially since we're going to be doing some building this season. I'm hoping things get a little bit easier for us, but probably not going to, huh? Alright, so yeah, so now that that's up just a little bit, these ramps no longer work. I guess they kind of do if we have enough momentum, but if we're just going kind of slow, we get stuck on them. Okay, so here's the real question. If we start demolishing all this stuff, let's get these ramps back. We'll go one by one, tearing this stuff out. I'm gonna do that like that. And can I make any more roofs or ceilings? I just need 2. I'm gonna see if we can pull these out some. And these might actually be high enough that we can put a ramp out here. So that's what I want to try. Anyway, let's go see if we can grab another ramp and see if it'll snap into spot. Alright, so let's do that. Oh, we've actually got another ramp on us already? Whoops. I guess we need 2 of them anyway. Let's do... Yeah, see, man? What the heck? So it'll snap to... It'll snap to these now. Okay, and that's... I guess that's really what I want in the first place, but... Let's do that. So, get that to snap there. Oh, it worked! Okay, so now we gotta be real careful. We gotta get rid of all these thatch ceilings. I don't want any problems. You see how close the hitbox is here? It changes from wood ceiling to thatch ceiling. Slip girder! Alright, so let's try this out. We're going to get rid of these one by one, real slowly. Hopefully it doesn't demolish anything else. That's what I don't like, is when you demolish something, basically things will just fall apart wherever they feel like falling apart at. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, I think we're good. Thatch ceiling, because I am not rebuilding this. I am done after this. Alright, a couple more. Okay, I think we did it. Nothing fell apart, hopefully. Let's go take a look. That's a little derpy, that's a little derpy, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it, and it actually works. Sweet! Alright, so we got our actual pier all set up here. Let's see what we need to craft a bunch of these standing torches. We need some flint and stone, which I think we actually have. Maybe this guy's got some on him. He's got some stone, but we need some flint, which I think we should have. In here? No. In here? No. I may have used it all to make spark powder. Not 100% sure. Let's take these few stones that we got there. We've got a little bit. That may actually be enough. So we can craft 13 of these bad boys. We'll probably need a couple of more, but we'll take these for now. And let's see, I think we got a couple more in here also. Alright, sweet. So the idea is I kind of want to line the outside of this thing with torches. We could maybe do fence rails, kind of like those, but I think that would probably defeat the purpose. So, let's see. I'm going to put a couple on the very corners here, like so. Come in just a little bit, line it up about right there. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. And we'll come over here, we'll do the same thing. Yeah. So I kind of want this to look pretty boss at night, man. Like I want it to just look cool when we have all the torches lit up. I think it would be pretty neat. Alright, so let's add some. Oh, where do we want these? We'll go, and I can also use this as a charcoal farm too, which would be cool. So let's come out. Let's get it lined up here. Let's go into K mode, and then we'll crouch. We'll get it lined up with this one. We maybe. Alright, so if we come this way, are we going to. Yeah, we'll eventually fall off. That looks so weird. Okay. Let's see. How close is that? Not that close. Okay, so we'll just eyeball it, man. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we'll come out here like this. We'll come come to about like right here. We can always add more or take these out if we need to later on. Not that big a deal. So we'll try to line this one up as close as possible. So it's lined up on this log here. So if we come all the way over here, should be able to place it about right there. That should be okay. Yeah. And then we'll probably do 2 more. Let's do... So that's about like every other one. So there's 1. So about like right here. Alright, so we'll plop that there. We'll follow this log over. And we need to get some more on our hot bar. Oh, look at them. I didn't know they only stacked at 3. That's weird. Guess it is what it is, though. Alright, so put that there. And then we'll come back. I guess just 1 more. So we'll go to about like right here. I think that'll work. And then we'll follow it over. Should be this one right here. Perfect. I think. That actually doesn't look too bad, man, does it? It looks cool. Okay, so let's give this a go with our raft here. We're probably going to end up making another raft with a little bit more of a different design. This one's just got like a little simple ramp on it so I can get my dinos to and fro. And I'm hoping that this actually sits, this pier, I'm hoping that it sits high enough that we could actually get rid of the ramp on the side of the raft. At least on one of them. So let's pull this in here. Whoa. Yeah, so that works. That's not too bad. We'll have to take some care and when we're parking this guy. But all in all, that works pretty well. We can just step up off the raft too. Nice. Okay, so let me repark this. I'm going to gather a few materials for one more thing, and then we'll probably wrap up today's episode there, but we'll see what happens. I'll be right back. Alright, dudes, what do we think about this? Not too bad, right? I added some of the wooden railings on this side just to kind of see what it looked like, and I kind of like it. I think it's pretty nice looking, to be honest. It's not too like tall that it kind of gets in your face and everything like that, but it just adds a little bit of something, like a little bit of safety support. Makes it look fancy, right? So I left it open on this side, so this will actually be the side of the piers that we load and offload all our dinos or anything like that onto the rafts, and we could actually park maybe 1 or 2 of these here. I don't think we're really going to need more than maybe 1, but either way, it's there if we need it. But before we start wrapping up today's episode, I wanted to see if our mammoth loading dock actually loads our mammoth. I kind of got to thinking that this thing isn't wide enough. Mammoths are pretty wide creatures. Yeah, the torches are getting in the way. Bummer. And I think if we did the fences on the other side, it wouldn't work also. But it did work here because I think we just have 1 torch. So maybe if we got rid of the torches on that side, it would actually work. Let's try. So if we take this guy, let's take all the goodies that are on the inside and let's demolish like so. We'll take you, demolish, and then this one too. If we do that, I think there should be enough room to move our mammoth back and forth on this guy. And I'll come back in, I'll have to craft up some more torches and stuff, see if I can put 1 more here. At least that way we'll have torches on one side of this pier. It won't look as cool, but we need this to be kind of practical. Not that really, I guess really we could just load our mammoth up on the side of the shoreline here, couldn't we? We don't really need all this fancy loading dock and all that kind of stuff to move our mammoth around. We could just pull this thing up to the side of the shoreline there and just load him up that way. It'd be much easier, wouldn't it? But for the sake of the video, let's give this a shot and see if it works. Again, our mammoth is full, so we need to offload some stuff. Let's see. Let's drop all this wood off in here. I'm gonna have to reorganize after this video. I feel like reorganizing is gonna have to be a ritual. After every time I record, there's gonna be too much going on, and I'm gonna have to go back and just reorganize everything as we go. Okay, so now that we got rid of the torches, it actually works. We may have to rebuild another raft because this one is a little small for our dude here, isn't it? Alright, we come down here. Drive. There we go. So ideally, we need some sort of like... We need to build some sort of tugboat or some sort of like cargo ship to carry this guy around because this just looks derpy. It looks weird. It just doesn't look right, does it? But our mammoth dock does work, and I think it actually turned out really cool. So that's gonna do it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you on fire, dude? Uh-oh. What is going on? His butt's burning. His butt is burning! It's on fire. Hurry! Oh, swim faster, dude. I do not want this mammoth to die. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Put out. What is going on? No, no, no. Put out fire. Oh. His butt. Okay. Is your butt okay, dude? Are you drowning? No, but you are stuck, aren't you? Okay, let's just see. Let's get this guy to follow us. There you go. Come on. Come this way, you stupid mammoth. Get out of the water. Okay, so our dock is not going to work. We're just going to have to let this guy get in on the side of everything here, and we're not going to worry about it. So, anyways, hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time for some more ARK Survival Evolved here on the Pooping Evolved server. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time.